My thoughts on the Bear Creek Arsenal. Well, it's a BC-15, but we'll describe it as the 16-inch barrel, M4 profile, flat top rifle with a collapsible stock. Okay. They don't have different model designations for them. But before we get into it, if you would, please subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment, and if you could, become a member and help support the channel. Alright, so I kind of neglected Bear Creek Arsenal out of our reviews of budget guns. Now, this rifle and the other one I was asked by someone to do, because of that 30-day return, somebody asked me, hey, can you check this out for me and tell me if it's any good? And if not, tell me what's wrong, and if it's something I can send it back, I will. So these were given to me to examine and actually, give the guy a recommendation. Is it good, is it not? So when we go back to the beginning, like when I unboxed it and told you, they don't come with a mag, and I'll do some magazine drop testing here before we finish up. The gun itself, now the company, the company had kind of a bad rep years ago about quality control and that. This is not a top of the line like a Colt or Daniel's Defense or nothing. This is just a basic, simple, plain AR-15 rifle. Okay, that's what it is. So a lot of the complaints and things I've seen from videos in the past, the first thing is the handguard has a different mounting system on there. Okay, and this is like with all of the other budget guns, they're all going to this free float style system, not the one with the 8 screws that holds it in, which a lot of times the screws would fall out, and there were issues about that. And the handguard being loose, which this one, granted I only shot 30 rounds, but nothing loosened up. Another complaint was the gas block. This is not pinned. It is set screwed in. The set screws didn't loosen up or anything. I checked them. They were tight. When I took the gun out, I fired the gun. They're still tight. Nothing wobbling or going. Crazy there. And like I said, didn't come with a magazine and no chamber flag. Okay? No chamber flag. Which a lot of them are standard. There was a lock and a manual with the gun. The collapsible stock has some play in there, but that is something, you can very easily substitute something else, a better type of stock, but it's adequate for what it is. The castle nut's not staked, which is a big thing for some people, but easily enough, just stake it yourself. Give it a whack with a prick punch and bend it down so it won't turn loose. Now, in operation, everything went fine. The gun fired perfectly. I mean, no issues. But if you watch the video, you notice the bolt stop, or the bolt catch, bound on me, and one time I had to actually pull it back. Now, I don't know if that's a little bit of problem with play in this, and maybe it has to wear in. It kind of goes back and forth in the slot, so that may cause some binding when the bolt is up against it. You pull your mag out and the bolt's there. It may have been a problem. Now, as for the operation, I believe this has, I don't know if this is a mid-length or a carbine length. I'm going to have to say mid-length because 16-inch barrel up to here. I think a carbine, or it could be a carbine length. Mid-length might be up even further. The gun is overgassed. That's about the only thing that I could say about it. When I fired it, the ejection pattern was going up forward to 1 o'clock, 1 to 2, which means the rifle's overgassed, okay? And that could easily be fixed by putting in a stronger buffer spring or a heavier buffer in here. Matter of fact, maybe I'll take a look at that and give you my recommendation. I can't do it on camera because YouTube forbids it. Alright, the buffer spring appears to be of good quality. I've seen some that come in these kits that are a lot flimsier. So it's not a problem with the spring and the buffers, one of those generic ones. So probably the best fix would be to go at like, that's why it's good to have a collection of buffers, H1, H2. Probably a H2 or something would probably slow her down to where you want your shell casings to land at the 4 o'clock position. In other words, when you fire, you want the brass to where you have to look over your shoulder and it's all in that one vicinity. Forward means you got a little bit of an overgas problem, but it's a simple thing to fix. Okay, you know, like I said, get another buffer. The spring is a lot better than some of them parts I've seen from China. This is a quality, I could tell by just feeling it and looking at it, this is a good quality spring. So probably a little bit heavier buffer and you're in. Alright, so let's get back. I'm going to edit in this. One question people may have had is magazines and do they drop free? Because in my shooting thing, some of the mags didn't drop. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these mags in and see if they drop free. This is a Brownells Retro 20 round aluminum mag. Drops free. This is an older US GI 30 round aluminum mag. Drops free. This is one of these Korean mags that have that paint on there that kind of chips off. You'll find them. We'll see if this drops free. It does. Now, for current market magazines, this is a Duramag aluminum magazine, and these are, you know, a lot of people say that these are some of the best mags you can get. If you want an aluminum one, Duramag comes highly recommended. Okay, so our Duramag drops free, and this is a Magpul Gen 2, supposedly one of the best magazines on the market. Put that in there. Drops free. So that's a little added bonus. I'm going to dovetail this into the video just to show you, you know, what mags work in there. Alright, so those are the things that I found kind of on the con side. Now, for the pro side, you got a 30-day return on this, which no company offers. And as far as value, this came in under 400 units, like 390 something. And that's with everything, shipping and handling, transfer fee, the whole 9 yards. So the value is there on these guns. Okay, and the setup and the way it comes is just like the several others that we reviewed. It's the same configuration, same barrel length, 1/7 twist, and that. Accuracy-wise, when I tested it, probably, you know, like I told you and I showed you, the reason I make those videos where I tested all those different brands of ammo, you may have to try different ammo out and find one that it shoots better. It's kind of like the Anderson, that Turkish ammo. You know, it's got a 1 in 8 twist, but that Turkish ammo, 62 grain bullet, which didn't do well in some of the other guns, shoots about a 1-inch group out of it. So ammunition does make a difference with any gun, be it a budget gun or even a more expensive model or something that has a higher value. Okay, so would I recommend one of these? Yeah. And the curious thing about this company, and the reason I kind of let it slip, is most of their stuff, they're not out on the market to where the wholesalers will get them. Okay, you order from the company directly, and I don't know who actually sells these or keeps them in stock. Probably little shops and stores, but I don't think they go through a lot of the major wholesalers like, you know, the Andersons did and everything else. And you'll find them in these flash sale emails and stuff. You're not going to do that. So go to their website. They make a very diverse amount of things. They have, this is just a standard AR platform. They have a side charging handle, be it right or left-handed. And they also have a bolt action type of thing. And also they make stuff in numerous calibers. They actually make an AR platform in 30-06. Not where I'm going to go, but you know, they're diverse, and there's a lot of things there, and the value is there. Okay, I mean, even with something like PSA, that, you know, the value is there also, but I think you can shop around and decide for yourself. There's more of a value with Bear Creek Arsenal, and like I said, even if you have your doubts, okay, and you've heard a lot of bad things on YouTube about this company and the quality control in their guns, okay, nobody gives you that 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you get one, I suggest you go and use it, try it out, and if there's something wrong, go right ahead and get your return order, okay? So that's a big plus. And, you know, you'll ask, well, would you buy one, this, that? I'm going to do more work on it. There's going to be more videos on some other things, and we'll discuss this company and its product line further. So that's going to happen. But I wouldn't be afraid to get one, or at least try one, especially at the value level that these are. All right? Thank you, and stay tuned.